Animal shelters aren't the most attractive of environments. The concrete and steel necessary to keep them clean and functional can be quite confronting. It's a situation that the RSPCA headquarters in Yagoona in Sydney's southwest is trying to change. Over 400 rescued animals live here. The RSPCA's mission is to give them a second chance. But traditional surroundings are not always conducive to adopting a furry friend. But that's where plants come in. The RSPCA are reimagining what a shelter could be and are in the early stages of creating landscape gardens that are inviting to humans and animals. Let's take a look. Brendan Neely is the Executive Manager of Animal Care Services.
We see about 12,000 animals through the door each year just at this facility. It's a busy place. Given the volume of animals that we see moving through, wear and tear is one of the biggest issues that we have, and so getting into some of the garden spaces just softens that environment for both our animal visitors and our human visitors.
The first area to be completed is this special spot for small animals, where rabbits and guinea pigs can meet potential new families.
Very soft, isn't it? It's a completely different presentation because shelters can be a fairly confronting environment, and to see something like this that's colourful, soft and completely different to what they're expecting is fantastic. And if they stop and pause while they're walking through our facilities, it actually increases the adoption chances, so it actually helps animals find a home.
Steve Warner is the landscape designer who created the space.
This area is meant to be for the kids to come in and just relax. It's a safe area to bring a rabbit, to actually come in here, pop the rabbit down, sit on the ground with the rabbit and actually engage. You just have some fun. If you can have some fun, you'll start bonding with the animal.
I notice there's lots of colour and the fences are black and quite low, so you don't even feel like they're here.
No, I'm glad you said that, because what was the most important is getting the balance. We need to enclose the space, but it's really important that it didn't feel caged in.
There were some key requirements for plant choices in the project.
Plant selection was very much about maintenance, low maintenance, to the point of zero maintenance. The focus for our client is it's the animals. So we don't want to be a problem when it comes to the landscape, we want to be the benefit. So selecting plants that are very easy to maintain is very important. So looking at natives, looking at hardy plants, looking at plants also the veterinary side of the establishment are very happy with as well.
So what are some of the plants you've selected in this area here?
The majority of our planting, you can see they're grasses. So the pennisedums here work really well for us. We also then put a border planting of the Lamandra tunicas. Again, it's very hardy, but very soft for the kids to be rolling in the space. And again, it's got to be soft in selection for the animals as well.
Good jump.
But it's much more than just a pleasant environment for pets and people. Are you seeing a change in the animals' behaviour?
We certainly do. With the rabbit enclosures, each of them has a little hop down, so the rabbits can actually leave their hutch, hop down into a veggie garden that's individually built for them, and then hop back up the bunny hops, as we call them.
Bespoke veggie gardens for the rabbits.
Absolutely, they do. It's also really interesting because we're able, particularly for the rabbits and the other pocket pets as they're referred to, seeing them do what they do, which is dig up lawns, chew things, is a great way for people to go, actually, I've really got to consider taking these on.
Another brand new area that the RSPCA and Steve have been working on is a remembrance garden. Identifying that there's a lack of places people can grieve the loss of a beloved pet, they hope this will bring comfort.
This area, again, is very, very important to the RSPCA. This is an area where people can come, can get away, can have a little bit of reflection and some time. It's called the Memorial Garden. And that's what we wanted to create. We wanted to create a place that is at peace. And that's what we've created here.
Beautiful use of stone in the wall.
Stone was very important. The reason why I used stone was, again, borrowing from the landscape. We've got the eucalypts. When you look at the colour and the tone of the bark of the eucalypts, I just wanted to make sure that it felt very calm in this space. So the walling colour complements the eucalypts. And looking at the internal space here, we've used the myoporum. It's a soft ground covered with white flour. And we've also used, just to punctuate the space, the Worcestringia.
One of the rabbits whispered in my ear earlier that you actually don't charge for the work that you're doing with the RSPCA.
I'm committed and connected with what this organisation does. I'm a pet owner myself, and I know the good work they do. So if we can give back with our knowledge and if we can give back with our time, well, then that's worthwhile. So I'm happy to give back.
It seems it's a win-win situation. Steve's happy, the RSPCA are happy, the visitors are happy, but it's the animals that are set to benefit the most.
Yum.
To give an example of exactly what it's done, we've seen our rabbit adoptions double since the gardens came online, which is an amazing result. The ultimate thing that we're aiming at is getting these animals a second chance. And so as a result, to see a doubling of those figures simply because of the garden space here, it's paying dividends every day.